scientific safety-licious mass and motional collision show. Huh? The scientific show.
Oh.
Today we are talking about safety, scientific method, mass, volume, and density, atoms and elements, acids and bases, motion and force, energy, waves, watershed, and astronomy.
So let's get started. First, we will be talking about safety. There are three things that you always need to wear.
You should always wear goggles to protect your eyes.
You should also wear a lab apron to protect your skin.
And definitely, you should wear gloves, depending upon what you are doing.
You should always have a disposable bin, a fire blanket, a fire extinguisher, and a sink.
And also avoid injury in a physical experiment.
What? No! No!
If you have all of these things, you're ready to go. Today we are talking about scientific method.
These are the order of the scientific method.
First you need to ask a question like, do fish fart?
Then you need to form a hypothesis. I don't think fish fart.
Next, you need to test the hypothesis. I will take 3 sets of 10 fish and feed, 1 set beans, 1 set fish food, and 1 set both.
Then you analyze the results. I didn't see any fish fart in the 5 days.
Finally, you form a conclusion. Fish don't. I heart density.
What does that mean, Paul?
It means that mass divided by volume equals density.
What are all those things?
Well, mass is equal to weight on Earth. So mass is how much something weighs. Volume is how much something holds, and density is a mixture of both. Oh! Now that you understand, we can move on.
Hooray!
Hooray.
Move on.
How do I know this?
Next, we are talking about elements.
Right, now scientists have discovered about 120 elements.
And any element over the number of 83 is radioactive.
Every atom has a certain number of neutrons, protons, and electrons.
There are 6 families of elements.
There's alkali metals,
Transition metals,
Alkaline earth metals,
mixed metals,
lanthanides,
and actinides.
when elements form together, stuff is made.
Everything is made from atoms, so everything is made of something.
Goodbye.
Was that you?
What?
That was just to get your attention. We're going to learn about acids and bases.
What are those?
Well, an acid is a liquid that is under the pH of 6, and a base is a liquid that is over the pH of 7.
What's 7?
A 7 is a neutral, or water.
Oh,
Now let's move on!
Now we're learning about motion and force.
Alright, motion is basically movement. What the heck?
Like that.
And force is measured in a scale called newtons.
No, newtons are the amount of force that you put into something.
Like
Oh.
big newtons?
No, Cole, not big newtons.
Oh.
Now, time for our next thing.
Paul, what's energy?
Well, Jack, energy is what keeps everything moving, or still.
But how?
Well, there are 2 main types of energy, potential and kinetic. Potential energy is energy something has before it starts to move. And kinetic energy is the energy something has while it's moving. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transferred.
But what's inertia?
Inertia is the resistance to motion. It's the reason you fly forward in a car when the brakes are slammed.
Oh, now I get it. Waves are interesting, don't you think, Cole?
Sure, but I don't get to the beach often.
Not those kind of waves. Sound and light waves.
Oh, I didn't know sound and light made waves.
Of course they do. And much like real waves, they have crests and troughs, heights and low points, and lengths and sizes.
There are also two types of waves, transverse and longitudinal waves.
It's tire for our next segment.
Hooray!
Don't you just love watersheds?
What's that, something you store water in?
No, you silly goose. Wait, what are watersheds?
Ha ha ha! Wow, neither of you know? Well, a watershed is a river that other rivers flow into.
Oh, I remember what that is. Then the watershed flows into a larger body of water.
Exactly.
What?
Quiet!
It's time for our next Welcome to our final script of the day.
Finally!
This time our subject is astronomy.
Ooh.
Yes, Cole?
Isn't astronomy about aliens?
No.
Go to shunning corner.
Oh.